Hey, what is up guys, and welcome back to another car build series. Today we're going to be checking out the Nissan R32 in the great success of my first generation Nissan GTR video. Today we're going to be continuing it with the R32, which in theory is the second generation, no, the third car in the lineup. So we're just gonna quickly drive this around the airport here. This thing has a 2.6 liter inline six twin turbo. It's from 1993, so it's of age. Still looks really good. It's an iconic car, as most of these are. It's actually pretty quick by default. If I'm just gonna quickly check how much horsepower this thing has. Let's see. This thing has about 320 horsepower, which is pretty good. Weighs about 330,000 pounds. Yeah, that's all pretty good actually. It's a nice car to drive. It is a bit sluggish when it comes down to the transmission. But hey, what do you expect? This car is like 23, 24 years old. But it drives alright. It has four-wheel drive. I mean, in theory this thing could go off-road, but it's not meant to go like that. What I'm quickly going to do is stop in the middle of the road so you can see the 0 to 60 time by default. Try to keep it at an RPM and launch it. Gears are pretty long, I think. I mean, that's alright, it's not the quickest, but interior is... it's okay, I guess. It's quite basic. You can definitely hear that turbo on there. So what I'm gonna try to accomplish with this is see how much of it we can make into a race car and do a nice little street race in this. What I do want to do in any of my feature videos is try to... I almost jumped him. Is maybe try to do some different races than just street races, but I'm gonna have to figure out how I want to do that exactly. So yeah, this thing, as you can see, it drives alright. Has pretty forgiving suspension. That's, I think, the good word for it. As you can see, this thing is pretty nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly drive down to a Horizon Festival, and we're going to upgrade this and yeah, just see how she drives when it has a little, a few upgrades on there. See if we can make it a nice class. What car is this? Yeah. It's an ugly ass car. I think the Laken Motorsport or something. I don't know. Pretty freaking ugly. So anyways, I'm gonna head towards the festival and I'll be right back. Alright, so I've jumped straight into the customization in the upgrade shop, and we're just gonna quickly check out, see what kind of options we have on this thing. So as always, we're gonna check what kind of conversions we can do. We can engine swap it to a different engine, to 6.2 liter V8, which we're not gonna do. We're gonna leave it completely the way it is by default. So stock, this thing has an all-wheel drive powertrain, which we are gonna keep it that way. We don't want rear-wheel drive in this thing. Let's just keep it the way it was meant to be. Now we should have some body kits, I think, because this is a car that a lot of tuners like to do some stuff with. So hopefully, what? Okay, I'm gonna take those words back. We only have like nothing. Okay, that's quite a shame actually. Maybe the R33 or the R34, they should have a bit more options. So anyways, we're gonna up the tires, put a whole bunch more grip in there, widen the fronts. By default these things are 225s. Let's make them 265s, sure. Gonna make the rears a slight bit wider, since they're not the wheels that are gonna be turning. Now I do like these default wheels, only in my opinion they're a slight bit too small, so I may have a good replacement for those in mind. Not these, maybe some Ankies. Yes, perfect. That was just the thing I was looking for. We're gonna up the wheel size for just a tiny bit, like tiny bit. No, that's too big. Let's do some 18 inches. Sure, that looks pretty good. Try to maybe paint those a goldish brown color or something. I don't know what will look good on this, but we'll see. Okay, we're gonna up the drivetrain in this, make it handle a bit more power, and quicker gear shifts and all that kind of good stuff. Change the brakes, because just look at how tiny the brake calipers look in this thing. Like we can fix that. That usually ups the brake size just a bit to fill up the wheels nicely. Lower it down for just a bit of better handling. Same goes for the anti-sway bars. Gonna lighten it. That actually takes off quite a substantial amount of weights, 600 pounds. And now comes the fun part. We're gonna do the engine. Let's try to keep it S1. I think that will be a nice thing to do. Let's upgrade the turbos first to push a bit more power in there, and usually the camshaft does make a big difference as well. Okay, so we're rocking a better amount of horsepower right now. Already did that. Let's see, and now we're just gonna try to fill it up, see what kind of upgrades else we can do. Let's do a lightweight flywheel as well to make it rev just that bit a little bit more quicker. Okay, so we're already at 620 horsepower. That's a good addition to this car, I think. Maybe there's one more thing we can do with that. Yeah, perfect. Okay, I think we actually already have it there. That's one of the more easier upgrade paths I have ever done, I think. So let's save this. We're gonna jump into the paint. Maybe I have something in mind that we may be able to give it a nice little edge on this. Let's see, paint car. Okay, so what I want to maybe do is maybe that blue go in here. Slight bit darker. I think that looks actually pretty freaking nice. But do we want it to be more purple-ish or no? This is always a tough decision. Let's see, any special colors we want to mess around with? I don't think so. No, we're just gonna leave it the way it is. The grey is so iconic. It's the default color for this car. Let's see. It's a tough decision. I think I'm gonna go with a slight darker blue, something like this. Yeah, sure. I paint the wheels. See if I can make it that color that I wanted. Fine tune the colors here. Okay, so this is always a tough one. I'm not sure how exactly I want to make this. Maybe do a bit of that. Take the color out of it just a tiny bit more. I want to make them those like goldish brown. That's turning more to red, which I don't want. What happens if we do that? Change just the color out of that just a tiny bit more. This is always a tough decision. Okay, how about something like that? Sure, we're gonna go with that. Alright. There's one more thing I want to check. And that is, I think they may have some wheels which already are in the correct color in the upgrades menu. So what I'm gonna quickly do is quickly head back in there. Custom upgrades. I think if we may have some wheels which are like the color that I want it to be. I think they're all the way at the end. Yes. See, that's the color. Oh wait. Now they're all the same color. I think it are these, but we're gonna quickly remove the... Yeah, sure. Gonna quickly remove the paint that is currently on there. Alright, yes, this is exactly the color that I wanted. That's what yeah, that looks really good. Perfect, okay. So this was the color I was trying to make in game, but it's for some reason pretty hard to get that, but hey, whatever. So anyways, we upped the horsepower, we doubled it, or well, even more than doubled it, so it should be even quicker than it was before, and hopefully the gear shifts will be nice and sharp this time. So we're just out of the festival here. Look at that blue color. That looks really good. Oh, it revs so much quicker right now. Let's take it for a quick little spin here. Oh yes, I think we have a nice little race car here. Let's try to launch it again, like we did last time. Build up the RPMs. Yes, that makes a lot of difference. A little green A45 there. I'm gonna quickly take it around the block here. Wonder how this thing has four-wheel steering, I think, which means the rear wheels, they actually turn with the rest of the car as well. Just a tiny bit. This thing actually, like, it's four-wheel drive, but it it handles actually pretty good. Goes through corners nicely. It's quick. Just look at this. This thing is actually really nice. Listen to that turbo whistle. It's crazy. I still think it's funny how all of the Japanese cars in this, they actually only show 180 kph as the maximum speed, since that's, I think, the maximum speed that cars are allowed to go in Japan or something. So that's why the speedometer only says that it's gonna go that quick. See how quick this thing is, like, really. If we can quickly change anything about the... Oh, no, we don't want to do that. Maybe there's something we can change about this. We just shorten that just a tiny bit to make it... What do we want? That might be good enough. Maybe lower it down just a bit more. Or should we leave it? We're gonna leave it there. Of course, do some camber on there. Some negative camber in the rear. Let's do 2 and 1.5 or something. So actually pretty high, but I think this is good enough for this car. Yeah, it picks up speed so quickly. Good brakes. Wow. It's pleasantly surprising, this car, actually. Oh, take it easy. Yeah, it's nice. I like the color on this. From first person. That turbo, wow. I think we actually have a pretty nice little race here. Can overtake him on that load, is there? Yes, okay, and maybe you've completed the round. Yeah, I think this is a good car. This is going to be a nice one to race with. So, yeah, anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly find a race which we can play. A nice little street race, and we'll see if we can kick anything else in there. So, I'll be right back. Alright guys, we've arrived at our little street race, and now we do have some tough competition. I think we saw an Aventador there and some other, yeah, all hypercars. Well, hopefully our little R32 is able to kick some ass. I see Bugatti Veyron up there. This is going to be an interesting competition. They're mostly rear-wheel drive, and I am 4, so we may have a little bit of an advantage there, but this is going to be tough, man. Like in speed-wise, I think it's going to be the hardest. They all started braking there. Still 2 Pagani's here. 488s. Bugatti is in first. We're already in 3rd place. This is actually thus far not going bad. If we can keep it that way, it's going to be great. It'll switch to the other side of the highway here. No, don't switch. Don't switch lanes. Okay, so we're going off the highway again. Okay. This is interesting. Hopefully with some corners I'm going to have the upper hand. The Bugatti is really heavy, and there's a Ferrari. See, top speed wise they outrun me easily. So does the car behind me. Oh crap, I'm gonna quickly just slow back time again. I do not want to lose that. Just because of a stupid ass jump. Oh wow. Come on. I just overtake this Bugatti here, and we're gonna hopefully be able to maybe even win this street race. Which is one of the few, like we always lose them. Okay. It's actually going pretty nicely. There comes the Bugatti. Oh crap. Oh, cheeky block there. Like in straight speeds, he's too quick for me. Maybe I have the upper hand in the corners, since I am able to power through these corners a bit more quickly than he is, since he does weigh crap ton. And we're almost at the finish here, so hopefully he won't try to overtake me, which he will. Oh no! Oh, that was such... Oh, that was really... Okay, that really sucked. I almost had it. It's 200th of a second. Crap. See, that's what happens when you try to try to make an R32 join in a freaking street race against supercars. That really sucked. Almost had it. Okay, let's see if we can get a nice little wheel spin then to make up for what I just sadly lost. 30 credits, 30,000. Nah, whatever, I'll take it. That was such a shame, actually. Alright guys, now sadly enough we've come to that point where I'm gonna have to end the video again. To my feel, this has been a very short video, so I'm not sure how long it will be, but hopefully you did enjoy the video. Yeah, I do really enjoy this car. It's pretty quick and it's actually nice to drive. Maybe not against hypercars, but if you have competition which is about the same, you will actually have a good chance with this. Like, it's good four-wheel drive, nice heritage behind it. It's a nice car to drive. Too bad it flips over apparently. So anyways guys, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like. If you want to see more of my Forza Horizon 3 builds, be sure to subscribe to the channel. And yeah, till next time guys, have a good one, and I'll talk to you in the next video.